And good evening, fans. We welcome you to Robbinsville High School here in beautiful Graham County, North Carolina. And this is the Gramstar Sports Network right here on GramstarSports.com. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan manning the floor cam again tonight. Hey, we're going to give another shot, folks, here on Gramstar Sports tonight. We've got Hiwassee Dam in town for the final non-conference slate of the 2022-23 season.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Robbinsville High School for tonight's non-conference action between the Knights and the Hiwassee Eagles. At this time, please stand. Kindly remove all headwear as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Starting lineups first for the visitors from Hiwassee Dam, coached by David Payne. They come in tonight with a record of 11-10. Their starting five of freshmen, number 4, Brinkley Hay. A junior, number 11, Peyton McNabb. A sophomore, number 15, Olivia McNabb. A senior, number 21, Kiara Taylor. And the other senior, number 22, Peyton McNabb. And now, for the home-standing Robbinsville Lady Knights, coached by Lucas Ford, tonight's record 14-7. A senior from East Buffalo, number 4, Dexter Trammell. A freshman from Swain County, number 11, Surrey Waddy. A sophomore from Carpenter Hollow, number 23, Liz Carpenter. A senior from the lower end of High Splendor, number 24, Kinsley Phillips. And a junior from Old Santila, number 44, Aubrey Wachacha.
Fans, welcome back here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you high above the gym. Montana Buchanan right on the floor with the action tonight. Welcome as we bring you our enhanced telecast here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Appreciate all of you being the faithful viewers that you are. And we'll get 8 minutes up on the clock here, and we're just about set to go with our opening tip-off. It'll be coming your way here in just a short. Good to have you with us wherever you may be tuned in for Monday night basketball action here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kinsley Phillips wins the opening tip, or gets the opening tip, I should say, for Robbinsville. Immediately tries for a three, can't get it, rebounded by Aubrey Wachacha, and we are underway. Tip-off comes tonight at 6:09 p.m. Well, of course, thank our season-long sponsor, Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance here in Robbinsville. You see them on the bottom right of your screen. We thank our sponsors throughout the evening because, folks, without them, what we're doing is not possible, I promise you. Inside feed, Liz Carpenter with a nice block on freshman Brinkley Payne. Robbinsville and HD, no strangers to one another. Two teams just met last Monday, so a pair of Monday matchups have had these two entangled in the last 7 days. 3 for Kiara Taylor will be good, and Hiwassee Dam draws first blood. It is 2-0, I beg your pardon. That was a 2-point shot. Here in the first quarter, 7:17 left to play. Feed inside to Wachacha for 2. Nothing there. Rebound for Liz Carpenter. Mile high rebound. And a foul will be called on Miss Wachacha. That is her first of the ball game. 2-0 is your score here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Portion of the proceeds from everything we do here on Gramstar Sports goes right back to the program that you make your purchase for. So if you buy money for, or you spend your money, I should say, on basketball, the basketball team will see a portion of the proceeds. Brinkley Payne maneuvering around inside, finally dumps it off right to left and gets to Kiara Taylor. Olivia McNabb's rebound will end up back in Taylor's hands. She's a dangerous shooter inside and out. Waddy hit her as she shot, but it evidently wasn't enough for the official to be convinced. And Desta Tremmel will come away with the rebound here on Gramstar Sports, and a travel will end the effort. Hey, it's still 2-0 HD here in the opening quarter. Peyton McNabb trying to break the three-quarter press right now and does so successfully. Up the floor comes the Eagles. Ball stolen away by Liz Carpenter. Let's just stay with this. Let's see what Kinsley Phillips can do on the breakaway. Hey, no doubt about it. Freshman dumping it off and makes it a tied ball game. 2-2 here in the first. Whistle blows on the floor. Will be a foul called. I believe that was on Liz Carpenter, and it was. That is her first. Comes with 6:02 remaining in the opening salvo. Brinkley Payne will drive in and get the basket. Good work for the freshman, making it 4-2 here in the first quarter. Here's Trammell. Dumps it off to the big 6'1 center. She kicks it back out to Surrey Waddy, but Miss Waddy unfortunately stepped out of bounds. And that'll turn it over here on Gramstar Sports. How about Montana bringing you right into the action down below us, folks? Always good to see that. You see things like that when you got a floor cam, folks. How about a block and steal? And Kinsley Phillips will take the transition basket. And that's 4 points. She's got all the offense so far here tonight. How about a steal for Wachacha? We'll just hang out down here below us for a moment. Trammell slows it down long enough to get her bearings about her if you'll have it. But a turnover will negate the effort. You guys are liking what we're doing here on Gramstar Sports. How about 2 for Kiara Taylor, or excuse me, that's Katie McNabb, I beg your pardon. My apologies. 6-4 is your score. Let's stay with the floor cam for a minute. Why not? How about 2 from Liz Carpenter in response, and a timeout called. 6-6 is the split, and we'll step aside. Back in just a moment on GramstarSports.com. Welcome back, fans, here on GramstarSports.com. Tied up at 6-all here in the opener tonight for Varsity. First of 2 that you're going to be able to watch here tonight from Robbinsville. We appreciate you being with us here on the Gramstar Sports Network. 4:30 remaining in the first. And we're back where we started, honestly, 6-6 at the moment. Here's Katie McNabb inside, thought about it, changed her mind. Brinkley Payne trying to drive in. She trips, and it rolls out. It's an HD inbound. 4:19 left in the opening quarter. High feed across the floor, inbounds to Taylor. Dangerous shooter, she'll not get it. Kinsley Phillips more than happy to clean it up, though. She'll bring it up the floor. Senior hands it off to Desta Trammell, trying to get on the board, can't do it. Rebounded by Hiwassee Dam, and trying to drive down the floor, Kinsley Phillips blocks it, rebounds it, hands it to Liz Carpenter, and a block called. Brinkley Payne went flying. They thought it was going to be a charge. Instead, it's a foul on Brinkley Payne. That's obviously her first of the game, and the first one for Hiwassee Dam so far comes with 3:56 left in the first. Carpenter to the line, and she will hit her first attempt from the charity stripe. 7-6 advantage now for Robbinsville, and misses her second, but she'll snag her own rebound. Kick it out to Kinsley Grace. Shot blocked. Phillips bumped. Foul called. Will be on Peyton McNabb, I believe. And McNabb will take a seat after the foul call. 3:51 now has been stuck on the clock. Desta Trammell scoping out her offense, gets it over to the corner to Kinsley Phillips. Good to have you with us, folks, here on GramstarSports.com. We appreciate you tuning in and supporting Black Knights Athletics. We have another sponsor that we unfortunately don't have a graphic for. That's just how business is sometimes. But our friends at Coy Adams Timber Company have helped make telecasts possible all season long as well. Breakaway will not go in for McNabb, rebounded by Taylor. And out on the perimeter, I believe they're going to say Surrey Waddy might have bumped Miss Taylor. And she did. That's going to be the fourth foul, I beg your pardon, on Robbinsville. 3:21 to go. Inbound goes to Miss Taylor. Screen goes nowhere. A lot of falling bodies, if you'll have it, but Brinkley Payne finds the basket. HD back out front, 8-7. Hey, these Lady Eagles are nothing to mess with. They're 11-10 this season, but a lot better than that win-loss record reflects. Robbinsville 14-7 overall this season. Waddy misses on the right side of the rim. Kinsley Phillips fights for it. Waddy may get another crack at it here. She's going to try to set it up, and she does. Good screen, breaks up Trammell for a moment, drives in for the Euro step, and gets the bucket. And the seesaw heavyweight battle continues here in the first quarter. 9-8 is your score. Drive in. Payne just missed her chance at an and-one, but the foul's called. That's the fourth foul on Robbinsville. I stand corrected. And it's on Abby Ware. That's her first. Kind of a running joke I make with Abby quite a bit on the floor. She checks in as the sixth man. No JV game tonight, so she's fresh as a daisy. But when she checks in, she gets called for fouls pretty quick. I'll just say that. Her mom's watching tonight. I just saw Jessica pop on a few minutes ago. Jessica, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Prayers going to Jessica and Aaron and their battle right now. Brinkley Payne goes 1 for 2 and knocks it up. 9-9 is your score. And the Eagles trying to press here. Abby Ware breaks it pretty easily, though. And Desta Trammell now in control. Floats it up and finds the inside of the net. Boy, Trammell just so smooth on everything she does. She broke 1,700 points for her career on Friday here at home against Hayesville. Ball rolls loose. Olivia McNabb lets it continue to roll loose. Double team. Timeout call by David Payne for the Lady Eagles. 1:51 remaining. Robbinsville up 11-9 on GramstarSports.com. Back live from Robbinsville. It is 11-9 Lady Knights here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It'll be a Hiwassee Dam inbound right here below us. Hiwassee Dam, of course, the westernmost school in the state of North Carolina. You literally can't go geographically any farther west and find a high school, or a school for that matter, in the state. About 3 miles from the Tennessee line on Highway 294. Beautiful part of Cherokee County. Ball stolen away. Travel called. Turns it right back over to Robbinsville. Minute 34 remaining here in the opening stanza. As we mentioned, the JV Black Knights picked up a 58-39 victory in our opener earlier tonight. We'll talk more about the stat leaders when we can get them crunched. Trammell just takes matters into her own hands. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. How about a three-pointer? Makes it 14-9. Floats it inside to Olivia McNabb. Outside goes to Sky Taylor. Back to Payne on the right side. Can't find it. Just Trammell on the deflection. Is flying up the floor. She'll drive to the basket and drop it. Trammell so good at going coast to coast, and that makes it 16-9 here on Graham Star Sports. And a battle on the other end will result in a foul. And I think that one's actually going to be on Hiwassee Dam. Brooklyn High charged with the infraction. I beg your pardon, Sky Taylor, I'm sorry. It's actually her first of the ball game. Robbinsville's opened up a 16-9. They're on a 7-0 run here in the latter half of quarter number one. It passes all around. Three for Waddy. Nothing doing. Wachacha gets it. And a dogfight between Wachacha and Peyton McNabb will result in a McNabb foul. She just checked back into the game and committed her second foul, according to the officials. So Wachacha will go to the line and shoot two. 30 seconds remaining. And she'll connect for her first. And her second is good as well. And that'll double the lead, 18-9. 23 seconds remaining. Boys action on tap, of course. Up next, the first place in the Smoky Mountain Conference, Robbinsville Black Knights will take on Hiwassee Dam in the main event here tonight, if you'll have it. The Eagles 10-11 this year. Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam duked it out at Hiwassee Dam on January 30th. Actually ended in a 74-65 victory for Robbinsville. Desta Trammell had her career high 44 points in that ball game. Scott Taylor will inbound it to Kiera Taylor. And we're about 6 seconds away from the end of the period. Taylor trying to dump one in here at the buzzer. Can't do it, but Allison Stiles will take care of that with a nice putback. And we'll go to the second. 18-11 Robbinsville here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Stay with us, fans. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Graham Star Sports Network. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast of Lady Knights and later on Black Knights basketball. We're joining you on a Monday as the Smoky Mountain Conference clashes with the Little Smoky Mountain Conference here tonight in Graham County. It's Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam on your tubes tonight. 7:52 remaining in the half, and Abby Ware's second foul will give HD New Life. Rebound for Kinsley Phillips. She's already got 5 of those to her credit here tonight. Trammell drives, gets the basket. Trammell is as Trammell does, and that'll make it 20-11. We're trying to crunch some numbers from our JV boys game. It was a 58-39 victory, a lot of scores. We want to spotlight Liz Carpenter on the deflection. But she actually ends up sending it out of bounds, so it turns it over. Leaves it with Hiwassee Dam. 9-point lead, though, for Robbinsville. That one basket pass from McNabb to Sky Taylor goes awry, and it's turned back over. Fans, if you're interested in helping us or letting us promote your business, we'll be glad to help you out. I'll get my English right in a moment. Give us a call at 828-479-3383. We've got sponsorship packages available, weekly and monthly discounts, if you want us to promote your business here on GramstarSports.com. Destiny Shea drives in with a Euro step. Can't get it that time. Olivia McNabb, the big sophomore, will reel it in. And back up the floor come the Lady Eagles. Taylor to Allison Stiles. Good. Quick passes. And Stiles with 2 cleanup jobs. 20-13. Hensley Grace will fade over to her longtime teammate and classmate, Desta Trammell, but it goes out of bounds. And we'll hang tight with Kira Taylor and company here. Looks like Sky Taylor's out. And Brooklyn Hyde's in to receive the inbound. As here comes Hiwassee Dam. Brinkley Payne just lobs it up there, and hey, it works, right? 2015. HD trying to rally here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, fans, we're going to have some interesting entertainment for you. First, the shot from Wachacho go nowhere, rebounded by Brooklyn Hyde. Trammell trying to play her close and strips it away. Here comes Desta Trammell. Draws the foul on the basket. See if Desta Trammell can complete the three-point play here. 22-15 is the split now. The Robbinsville Black Knights competition cheer team will be competing, I should say, that's not the right word. They are going to perform, there we go, at halftime of both the varsity girls and varsity boys games. So we'll have that for you. And one is good for Trammell. 23-15. Kick inside. Kinsley Grace had enough of that and stripped it away. Here comes Robbinsville. Trammell dumps it off to Kinsley Phillips. And Sariwadi on the left side has it as well. Boy, that was a hard lick. But it goes out last touched by Liz Carpenter. So it'll be back in the clutches of the Lady Eagles. Defense set up. Senior Fayla Welch on the floor now for Robbinsville. The 4 of the 5 starters for Hiwassee Dam still on the floor as well. Brooklyn Hyde, the only sub out there at the moment. Pass from Katie McNabb to Kiara Taylor. She'll lob it all the way across the court to Brinkley Payne, who tries to put it up. And still fighting, gets the rebound, and draws the foul. .453 left in the half. And Fayla Welch is charged with her first error of the night. Six fouls for Robbinsville in the half. 5 for the Lady Eagles. Payne will make her first. Her second, no good, rebounded by Liz Carpenter. Carpenter with 4 rebounds and 1 point tonight. I will pass to Kinsley Phillips. Sariwadi, who's not cracked the scorebook yet either herself. Drives across and feeds to Kinsley. Inside to Fayla Welch. Can't get it. Rebounded by Payne, and she falls hard right in front of our floor cam and Montana Buchanan. I believe that's going to make it a 1-and-1 because that's 7 fouls. And it is. Fayla Welch, according to the officials, committed that one as well. We knew it would be another high-scoring heavyweight battle. I keep calling it heavyweight. That's maybe not the right term, but slugfest, if you'll have it. A basketball slugfest. 1-and-1 coming for Payne here. Misses her first, and the hand fight will end up with Liz Carpenter. Fought her way to the ball. Katie McNabb commits a foul. 4:23 left in the half. As we said, it was 74-65. And the Lady Knights, Trammell specifically noted how dangerous down low the Lady Eagles are this season, and they are. A lot of strong, competitive players inside. Wachacha's unguarded. That's trouble. Allison Stiles will get the rebound, though. Here come the Lady Eagles. Hey, fans, it wasn't too long ago. Liz Carpenter with a steal there. Excuse me. Trammell almost stepped out. Didn't. Changed her mind. Travel called on the transfer from Trammell to Phillips, which would have been 2. But instead, Hiwassee Dam basketball. The 2015-16 season, the Lady Eagles advanced to the Elite Eight of the state playoffs. What a stacked team they had that year. Fell to the Winston-Salem Prep Phoenix in a heartbreaker. That was a 48-44 ball game. And it's one you don't bring up often if you're a Hiwassee Dammer. That one stings. That team was good enough to go to the state championship and win it all. There's Kelly Davis, the point guard on that team. The famed Haley Shope was also on that squad. Excuse me. Another foul call on the floor. And we're still waiting on a number to pop up on the board. That would be 1, Elizabeth Carpenter, committing her second of the half. .3:14 remaining here in the first. Peyton McNabb traveled there. She slipped a little bit trying to pivot. And that ends the attempt. That's the Trammell. Takes the handoff from Kinsley Phillips. Tomorrow night, fans, will be here for our final regular season telecast. It's senior night here in Graham County. Wachacha with 2. Phillips with the assist. And a chance for an M1 for the junior Aubrey Wachacha. I'm making 25-16. The foul, by the way, was on Olivia McNabb. That is her first of the evening. And Wachacha misses the M1. It's rebounded by Olivia McNabb, so she cleans up her mess, so to speak. And it's bonus time for both teams at the moment. Robbinsville hosts Swain tomorrow night, as we were mentioning. First of 3 from Taylor. Finally finds its way inside. It thought about it. It contemplated. And it's a 6-point ball game. Kinsley Phillips can't reel it under control and ends up traveling as a result. Hiwassee Dam applying some heavy pressure here in the first half. Here on the Graham Star Sports Network. 2:30 remaining. Brinkley Payne over a double-team effort from Ware and Phillips. Gets it in there to Olivia McNabb. That's the treble, just, I mean, as politely as a kid could, just took the ball away from her. And a foul's called on Kiera Taylor. And with it being bonus time, that sends Trammell to the charity stripe. Actually, Taylor's first of the night as well. I could have swore she had 2, but they're keeping the book downstairs. I'm not. I'm not going to argue with them. Great crowd on hand for a Monday night basketball game here in Graham County. Trammell will make her first. If there's one thing you can count on, folks, it is at the line consistency for Odessa Trammell. Of course, she holds the North Carolina state record. 63 in a row made. I doubt they ever did that one in Hayesville, Kansas. 2 for 2. And somewhere in the reaches of Graham County, the older Shay just exclaimed and shrieked in joy over that. Rebound for Carpenter. Here comes Trammell again. Feeds it inside to Carpenter. Can't finish the layup. Olivia McNabb fights her way out and gets the call. Give a shout out to Shayla Bush. Hope she's feeling better. She's been a little under the weather the last week or so. Olivia McNabb is at the line for Hiwassee Dam. 9 fouls now on Robbinsville. 8 for the Lady Eagles. 1:57 remaining in the half. The foul, by the way, was on Abby Ware. That's her third. She's got to be careful. So a lane violation on Aubrey Wachacha. And that'll give Hiwassee Dam a chance to try it again. Brinkley Payne is backed up to the visitor basket. Home basket right now, the visitor basket in the second half. And with the second chance at life, McNabb connects. 27-20 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. And she makes her second one as well, makes it a 6-point ball game. Hiwassee Dam has outscored Robbinsville 10-9 in this quarter. Hensley Phillips across the dish to Suriwati. Back inside to Wachacha. Can't get it though. Stalled away. Here goes Olivia McNabb. And she'll draw the foul on the other end. And the intensity pick it up on the floor with $1:30 left before the pause. As we said, fans, we'll be introducing our Robbinsville Black Knight competition cheer team to perform for us at halftime. So stay with us for that. McNabb hits her first. The foul, by the way, was on Dessa Trammell. That is her first of the evening. McNabb's foul shots could be huge here at this point in the half. She goes 4 for 4 at the line in the last few moments. And as a result, she's cut it to a 4-point ball game. Lucas Ford is livid over that call. I mean, livid. And they're going to give Coach Ford a warning, I believe. And the ire of the fans is starting to get a little dandered up here in the latter part of the second quarter. Ford sat down. He got a verbal warning from one of the other officials on the floor. Hensley Phillips will rebound. Hard fought for the senior. And here comes Kinsley Grace. Dumps it off to Waddy. Back to Trammell. It's a 4-point ball game, folks. 1 minute left to go in the half. Dessa Trammell kicks it into Wachacha. Jumper up. Can't get it. Rebounded by McNabb. Hiwassee Dam basketball, and the visitors from Cherokee County making a push for a rally. McNabb trying to get around Wachacha. She's 6'1". That won't be easy. Payne for 3. Air mills it. Yikes. Turns it over with 44 seconds remaining in the half. Lucas Ford still hot over the call a moment ago. I think he was saying there was some interference on the floor. And also trying to overcome the fact that it's a 4-point ball game here in the half. Tight-knit, hard-fought action, but hey, that's how you get better, right? You play good teams. Wachacha can't get it there. Trammell will grab the rebound, pull outside, 19 seconds. Wachacha again. Payne blocks that shot. How about that? And Kinsley Grace can't get it. Aubrey Wachacha will be glad to for 2 on the cleanup job. And not much time left at the buzzer. Garrett Taylor doesn't get close. It's going to be a 6-point Robbinsville advantage at the break. 29-23. Folks, stay with us, and we'll come back to you as soon as we can with the halftime entertainment on the Graham Star Sports Network.
Competition team that will be traveling to 2 competitions of the year this spring. They are also having a 50-50 raffle tonight, and we will draw their performance. varsity boys game, please make sure you buy a ticket or donate to their competition cost. On the team, we have Hollis Ford, Skyden Phillips, Ella Carter, Kennedy Odor, Leah Hyde, Cody Sellers, Kyla Garland, Lexi Riley Woods, Ella Ford, Campbell Stevens, Chloe Ord, Bristol Nichols, Haley McLucas, Alicia McLucas, Brooklyn Moore, Haley Branham, Letitia Orr, Hannah Smith, and Taylor Stewart. And now introducing to the floor the Robbinsville Black Knight Cheer Team.
Cheer team. Welcome back, everyone, to Robbinsville. It is 29-23 in favor of the Lady Knights. Good to have you with us, fans, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan helping bring this 2-in-1 show to you. We've got Lady Knights and Black Knights, and we've got two different ways to show you the action now. We hope you're enjoying our new floor cam. We debuted this bad boy on Friday. Had some connectivity issues. It looks to be a little bit clearer tonight, and I'm sure if it's not, we'll hear about it. But we always do our best, folks, I promise. Not a whole lot we can do to speed up internet. It's not really in our technical wheelhouse, if you'll have it. Right here in front of us, Surrey Waddy will be inbounding the ball, and she does so to Kinsley Phillips in the corner. Dishes it inside to Wachacha. Back out to Carpenter for two. Can't get it, and it is rebounded by Olivia McNabb. McNabb had 4 big foul shots to conclude, or close to the end of the first half, I should say. It really made things interesting. I cut it to 27-23 late in the period. Aubrey Wachacha with a late putback actually gave him the 6-point lead. And Payne to the line makes her first. The foul was on Liz Carpenter. That is her third of the ball game. Payne goes 2 for 2. Gotta like seeing that if you're head coach David Payne. And yes, before you ask, that is in fact his daughter on the floor right now, freshman. Her twin sister Riley is actually sitting right here below us. Twins Riley and Sydney, I should say. Brinkley's the younger of the two. How about a dump from Trammell to Phillips for a quick basket? Robbinsville strikes here in the third quarter. Riley and Sydney just graduated. Brinkley Payne now in the varsity ranks. Rebound attempt's going to go awry. Wachacha block it. Carpenter stole it, but it's stolen right back by Kiera Taylor. McNabb again, and Wachacha's got to be careful for sure, and that's why you didn't see a whole lot of aggression there. Pass around, Payne again, hits the side of the backboard, that one's loose. Olivia McNabb to Payne for her third attempt, and she will get it in. It's another 4-point Robbinsville advantage. 31-27 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. 3 for Kinsley Grace will find the inside of the net, and that's a good shot by the senior, give the assist to Trammell, and it's a 7-point lead again. Nothing doing there. Wachacha will rope it up off the floor and give it to Kinsley Phillips. And here come the Lady Knights. We have some stats crunch for you. We'll get to them when we can, but there's so much going on the floor that we don't, frankly, have a lot of time to chat about the goings-on before us. We'll stay in the current mode if you'll have it. See, that foul, I'm sorry, was on the scoreboard here. Chacha makes it first. It's on Katie McNabb. Finally got that. Chacha connects for her first try. See if she can do the same here. Obviously, we're on a 7-0 run in the later stages of the second quarter. Dump to the other end, and the ball goes out. Last touched by the Lady Eagles, so it'll turn it over to Robbinsville. The JV Black Knights improved to 8-10 this season. They defeated Hiwassee Dam 59-38 in our opener. Foul called on Olivia McNabb. That'll be her second. Luke Lovin with 15 points tonight, 4 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and a block. Isaac Collins also had 15 points, but he also tacked on 5 rebounds and an assist. And Dane Knott with 12 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and a rebound. Another foul call, so that's a flurry of foul calls on the floor going against the Lady Eagles, and that will not please the faithful here in attendance. They're coming in a big wad here, pretty close together. That one was actually on Peyton McNabb, who's back in the game again. She just can't stay out of foul trouble. As soon as she's on the floor, she's a magnet. That's her third. Trammell to Carpenter for 2. Will get the job done. And it's 37-27. So Trammell, 16 points in the first half. We'll talk more about her stats in just a second. But now she's got 3 assists to show in this quarter. Chacha with the rebound there. It's a 10-point ball game. And a travel called on Trammell as she heads to the basket, much to her dismay. Foul, of course, will stand. And Peyton McNabb will inbound it to Kiera Taylor. So at the break, it was a 29-25 lead for Robbinsville. Trammell had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. Aubrey Wachacha had 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. And how about the basket from Taylor there for 2? And that cuts it back down to a single-digit deficit anyway, still down by 8. Kinsley Phillips to round it out, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. How about an assist for Liz Carpenter there? Kinsley Grace with 2 threes here in the second half. And it is 40-29, 40-31. Olivia McNabb for 2. here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Carpenter tried to get it out of trouble, but it was deflected and stolen by Sky Taylor. They're going to call a foul on Kinsley Phillips there. Calling a sub, Abby Ware will come into the game. Foul was on Kinsley Grace. That is her first of the night. So she stayed relatively clean until that point. 9-point ball game still. 3:40 left in the third. Two again for McNabb. She's paying dividends for Hiwassee down. All stolen away by McNabb. Here's Katie McNabb for two. And the spirited Eagles continue to fight. It's 40-35. Waddy couldn't get the ball. Peyton McNabb got it instead. And a foul will be called as a result on Abby Ware, which is foul number 4 for the freshman. So just as quickly as she checks in, she's going to have to check right back out. 3:04 left here in the third. As we mentioned, fans, our final regular season telecast is tomorrow. Block for big Aubrey Wachacha. That's her second, and her second one of the half, as a matter of fact. Robbinsville and Swain will clash, and the Knights need to win their first outright conference championship. Two off the inbound. Katie McNabb's cut it to 3 points here in the third. White Knights seeking their first conference championship since 2013 and 14, but if they lose tomorrow night, they'll still share it, but they'll share it with Murphy. And if you're a Robbinsville fan, you know quickly that's not what you want to do. Knights want to have it all to themselves. Timeout call with 2:42 left here in the third quarter. Hi, fans. We'll try to reset things. Kevin Hensley with you from high above the Robbinsville High School gymnasium floor. Welcome once again from the Gramstar Sports Network. Seems like we're always in a hectic roll up here, juggling about 7 or 8 hats, but we do our very best to keep up with all the action. We appreciate all of you tuning in. Be with us, folks, tomorrow for the Robbinsville-Swain matchup we were just talking about. And, of course, we'll be back for playoff coverage. Conference tournament this year is at Andrews. We will not be able to broadcast. Yeah, we can't broadcast at Andrews. Sorry about that. But we'll be back home here, and we should have a couple of home games for both the Lady Knights and the Black Knights, as we'll go back to the floor now. We're 2:38 left in the third quarter. We appreciate all of you tuning in with us, as you always do. Trammell for 2 will make it 42-37. Wachacha steals it away. Here comes Desta Trammell. Basket off the transition, 44-37. So the Lady Eagles got within 3 of tying it, and all signs point to that being the end of that. But not if Olivia McNabb has something to say about it, too, for the big sophomore inside. And it's 44-39. We knew it would be a seesaw battle from the outset. Foul called on the floor. Minute 50 left in the third, and the foul was on. I didn't say who the call was on. They're settling on 33, but it's... Okay, Scott Taylor is out there. My apologies. I didn't see Miss Taylor check back in. That's my fault. So Taylor got her second foul there, and now another one rung up on Hiwassee Dam. And it's actually on Miss Taylor again. That's number 3. So she comes in, back in relief, back-to-back fouls, and she'll head back for a breather on the bench as David Payne tries to instruct her on just why she's already back. Travel call. Carpenter tried to pass it inside to Wachacha, who was hanging out just outside the paint. And that was all she wrote. Ball turned back over to the Lady Eagles. Hayden McNabb, low basket pass to Brinkley Payne. And it's coughed up, but McNabb tries to fight her way inside. Kinsley Phillips with the steal. Here comes the Lady Knights. Desta Trammell pushes right into Katie McNabb, and McNabb called for the foul, much to the chagrin of the Lady Eagle faithful right here below us. Great community out on 294. We really do miss being in Hiwassee Dam. That's one of the schools I covered when I was in Cherokee County. Foul called on Katie McNabb. That's her third of the night. Have to qualify. Desta Trammell. It's her first here, as expected. 45-39. 46-39. Here on GramstarSports.com, we'll have playoff coverage, as we mentioned, fans, for the duration. Not quite sure how we'll juggle it if the Lady Knights have to go on the road, and at some point they probably will. I don't like their chances at a high seed, although the team certainly deserves it, but it may be the first time in Robbinsville basketball history, honestly, that we've had a pair of home games for both teams in the playoffs. Wachacha snags the super quick rebound. Trammell flies to the other end and deposits it for two more. And that makes it 48-39 as we dip under the 40-second mark here in the third, I beg your pardon. Taylor trying to cut it down, can't do it. Katie McNabb to Brinkley Payne. She'll drive back in, try it. And Wachacha just kind of swatted it away. Let out a little bit of an awe. That was kind of funny. 30 seconds left. Clock stops. Payne will inbound it. Trying to find an open player. Phillips plucked it away, but it ended up in Katie McNabb's hands. Across the dish. Carpenter leapt. Almost got it away, but Peyton McNabb shoved to the ground. And, hey, that's a preview of what's to come this season on the softball diamond. That's our catcher for Robbinsville and the catcher for the Lady Eagles. Look out. Shots in for Kiera Taylor for two. And it's a long two. 48-41, 8 seconds to play. Kinsley Phillips with a corner three. How about that? Phillips has come to life here in the third quarter. That's 11 points for the senior here in this stanza. We'll step aside. Robbinsville 51, Hiwassee Dam 41. You are watching the Gramstar Sports Network, your exclusive home for Lady Knights Athletics and Black Knights Athletics. And we are streaming it all season long and beyond. Fourth quarter is set to begin here in Robbinsville. 51 for the homestanding Lady Knights, 41 for the Eagles. Welcome back here on GramstarSports.com. Looking forward to baseball and softball season. We're going to try to set up some multi-cam action for you folks as well. See if we can get all that shook out. Maybe a little more limited over at the baseball and softball diamonds. There's one thing for sure, Kiera Taylor is not limited from the arc. She just hit another one that's going to cut it down to 7 right off the bat. Drive in for Wachacha. Give that assist to Surrey Waddy. He gets her in the book tonight. And 2 for the big junior. 9-point ball game. This one far from over. McNabb kind of got inadvertently bumped there on the eye nostril somehow. I'll be honest with you, I don't quite know how she got bumped. But Phillips was all up in her business. And that's about as straight as you'll ever hear me talk. Somewhere Zach Bush just popped for that. I'm fine with that. Shot will go nowhere. McNabb obviously still affected by that inadvertent poke to the eye. And you see the end results, turns it back over here in the fourth quarter to Robbinsville. Desta Trammell to Kinsley Phillips. See our student section right there behind us. Always rabid when needed. But most of the time, they let the teams take care of business on the floor. You can't beat that. And hey, don't forget it, fans. We'll recap all the action every single week in the Graham Star. We have been your hometown newspaper here in Graham County, North Carolina since 1955. Foul call will interrupt the flow of the game for a moment. 6:35 left. And it is on Brinkley Payne. That's her second here tonight. So Wachacha with a chance to tack on, and she does. Makes her first. She can complete the series here, make it an 11-point game. She won't get it. Rebounded by the Lady Eagles, and they'll fly up the floor. 10-point game is now what we got. Allison Stiles with a nice punch. McNabb outside for three. How about Peyton McNabb trying to put up one from way outside? Can't get it, though. Allison Stiles can't clean it up. Aubrey Wachacha can. And gives it back to Robbinsville. Desta Trammell. 4 people inside. How do you even charge a foul there? I don't know who you give it to. Hell assigned to somebody, I'm sure, and they did. I believe it's on Allison Stiles. Lost sight of the referee's signal to the table. It is on Miss Stiles. 6:08 left to play. Trammell for 2. Makes her first. I beg your pardon. This is a 1-1. Wow, how about down with 8 fouls here in the second half? I didn't even realize they got that carried away. Had a flurry of them in the third quarter there for about a 2-minute span. Trammell goes 2 for 2. If there's ever anybody you want at the foul line in a clutch situation, it's Desta Trammell. Feed to Stiles, foul called. Surrey Waddy smacked Allison Stiles on the wrist. And as the fans like to chant often, you can't do that. Second foul of the game on Surrey Waddy. We'll give a very special shout out to Montana Buchanan, our floor camera operator tonight. Tag team partner in crime, as we've dubbed her here on Graham Star Sports. Ask everybody to please say a quick prayer for her and her family. They're dealing with some medical issues that I won't divulge here on the air, but just be thinking of them, folks. That's all we can ask. Stiles goes 1 for 2 and is 56-45 as Robbinsville has finally opened up a double-digit lead, and it's because of that lady right there, Kinsley Phillips. 3 trays in the third quarter. She'd be all about the threes in that period, and you see the end result now. We're up to an 11-point ball game. 5:29 left. Taylor couldn't find the basket. Rebounded by Desta Trammell. Sorry about that. The camera froze up for a moment. Carpenter tumbles. Sky Taylor will check in and relieve Peyton McNabb. Katie McNabb will also check in and take Brinkley Payne to the bench for a breather. 5:20 to go. Kinsley Phillips, number 24. Flings it in. That's trouble. Sprint to it. Sky Taylor. I think it matters in her own hands. Drives to the coast. Can't get there. Katie McNabb for 2. So the putback will cut it down to a 9-point deficit again for Hiwassee Dam. But frankly, fans, since Robbinsville ran away in the third, that's about as close as the Eagles have gotten. They did cut it to 3 before the flurry. It was a 40-37 ball game in the third quarter. And Robbinsville, in response, went on a 14-4 run down the stretch. Foul called on Allison Stiles. That is her second. That's 9 fouls on Hiwassee Dam here in the second half. And more importantly, that has sent the ever-dangerous Desta Trammell to the foul line. 5 times here in the half. This is her 6th attempt. She'll get it. She's a perfect 6 for 6. Or, excuse me, 58-47. Robbinsville. Inside feed. McNabb for 2. Taking care of business on the inside. 9-point deficit again. But again, Robbinsville right back on offense. Esther Trammell tries to find an opening. She gives it to Carpenter on the right side. They're guarding Kinsley Phillips now. Smart play. She got hot outside. Esther Trammell kicks it to Phillips. Didn't like that look. She'll get it out to Waddy. Nobody guarding her. She's a prolific three-point shooter. And that's why timeout called by Lucas Ford with 3:59 left to play. Fans, if you're a first-time viewer of the Graham Star Sports Network, you're probably scratching that noggin and you're asking yourself, what in the world is the Graham Star Sports Network? Well, it is the newest innovation in the Graham Star dynasty here in Western North Carolina. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, the hometown newspaper for Graham County, North Carolina since 1955. We are a weekly paper here tucked away in the southwestern mountains of North Carolina, right on the border of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and in fact, part of the county is part of the park. But in the infancy of 2021, Robbinsville had began live streaming their ball games when we were limited to 25 spectators in gymnasiums. That was an odd season. Everyone remembers, of course, volleyball carrying over into the new year, spring football, and how about wrestling carrying us over into June along with baseball after graduation. It was an odd time, no doubt about that. 2 for Surrey Waddy will make it 63-49 here on Graham Star Sports. Well, at some point there in early 2021, folks, first 3 from Taylor will be no good. That's the Trammell will rebound it. Here comes the Lady Knights. Robbinsville kindly asked us if we would help out with the live streaming duties, so to speak. And so, tasked with the assignment, we did just that. Carlos' basket will count, by the way, and go for the and 1 here. It's double bonus time. Fouls on Sky Taylor. That's her 4th. So ever since then, we've taken the production and tried to amp it up in every way possible. We streamed all through the remainder of the pandemic after that 2020-2021 school year. It's a lot of 20s there, isn't it? And streamed live on Facebook last year, and then we realized, hey, we can do a pay model and get back to the schools themselves. So every time you pay for a Robbinsville game, that sport gets a portion of the proceeds. Backcourt will be called. Brooklyn Hyde, her efforts negated the hustle after that ball. And ever since then, we have amped up everything we're trying to do. And now we've finally got it just about where we want it here on GrahamStarSports.com. We're still going to implement some more features as we can. Having Montana on the floor has been a dream for probably about a year or so. Not because of her company, so to speak, but that's because we wanted to have alternative camera angles for you. And we finally cracked the code, so to speak, the other night against Hayesville and was able to get that launched. 3rd foul of the ball game on Brinkley Payne for Hiwassee Dam. 2:55 left to play. Esther Trammell again punishing the Lady Eagles at the line. My word, 2 more for the senior. And in the blink of an eye, we have exploded to a 19-point Robbinsville lead. It is 68-49 here in the 4th quarter. Lady Eagles have tapered off immensely on offense, but they'll get a chance to tack on a little more. Fouls on Surrey Waddy, her 3rd of the night. Nab will miss her first. The folks with Stream 5 Varsity Sports for Robbinsville right now. We are doing, of course, football and volleyball in the fall. Basketball carries us through the chilly winter months. And in the spring, we switch over back outdoors, baseball and softball action. And we'll alternate as much as we can from Loudon Orr Memorial Field and, of course, Judy Nichols Memorial Field right here on the campus of Robbinsville High School. McNabb misses both of her chances. And here come the Lady Knights with 2:36 left to play. Trammell in, kicks it to Kinsley Phillips for another three, maybe? Not going to get it. Carpenter rebound. Brinkley Payne, according to the referee, made contact. Foul number 4 with 2:29 left to go. Varsity boys still on tap here tonight from Graham County. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is our final non-conference foray of the season. Carpenter will make her first. And her second, And Robbinsville is running away with this one here in the fourth. It's 70-49. Eddie McNabb for 2, can't get it. Nesta Trammell will fly up the floor. She'll get it. Off the Kinsley Phillips rebound. Points just continue to pile up for the senior. Kinsley Phillips having a heck of a ball game tonight, though. That was her. She got 3 assists tonight, I should say. Several rebounds, including that one right there. Trammell again. Basket pass, good look to the freshman Abby Ware. Another timeout called by Lucas Ford with 1:41 to go. Robbinsville has pulled away, and this one is almost inevitable at this point. Stay with us, fans. Just kidding, we're not going anywhere. Hey, just for a moment, though, Ford just wanted to pause the game long enough to get his fresh bodies on the floor with 1:33 to go. We'll see some new names on the floor. And immediately a foul violation called. I think it's on Katie Lynn Gross, and it was. Ball put up, can't get it in. McNabb, Payne, and fight continues. Here's Olivia Lewis breaking down the floor. Stripped away by Katie McNabb. She tumbles to the ground. Anna Williams charged on that one. And it's 1-1 time for the Lady Eagles. More Eagles debuting on the floor. Gracie Rhodes, big freshman, on the floor now, as well as Shelby Keister and Genevieve Perry, number 14. 1-1 will result in nothing as Anna York will grab the rebound. Basket on the other end for Anna Williams. Assist Katie Lynn Gross. Shot up and doesn't get there. Foul called. Well, you hate to say anything at this point, folks, but the game has really spiraled out of control. Hiwassee Dam hung tough. And I mean tough for much of this ball game. Anna York charged with that foul. 52 seconds left to play. If you're driving in Graham County anytime soon, be careful. Miss York just got her driver's license last week. I think a lane violation might have been called there. I'm still not sure what the heck happened, but okay, we'll roll on. How about that? Three-pointer from Katie McNabb doesn't get it done. Katie Lynn Gross pulls down another rebound. It's 2 already for the freshman. Quite frankly, that's what you got on the floor right now. You got a sophomore and 4 freshmen. Lewis is the elder, in case you're wondering. Katie Lynn Gross for 2. Put back for the big freshman. Stolen away. Here's Lewis. She drops it in, and the bench comes alive here on Grabstar Sports. Holy cow, what a pop. How about Olivia Lewis breaking free? 8 seconds. We're wrapping this one up, folks. Robbinsville has ran up quite the dish here late. 4 seconds to play and a foul call, because why not? Excuse me. A little hot up here tonight. I'm struggling. Transition basket for Olivia Lewis. And a foul called on Katie Lynn Gross, who's been in the game 90 seconds and has committed 2 fouls. That's actually not that bad. Think about it. She'll be competing at the state track meet this weekend on the 4x4 relay. And how about a 1-for-2 effort from Keister? And that'll probably be all she wrote, folks. This one's over. 80-50. Robbinsville just beats down Hiwassee Dam here in the 4th quarter to the tune of 29-9. And the Lady Knights improved to 15-7. Hiwassee Dam falls to 511-11. We'll be back with, hopefully, stat leaders, point leaders, all the good stuff we like to bring you in between games. We'll go to the floor, though, for the introduction of our Black Knights here in just a moment on GramstarSports.com. Stay with us again. Robbinsville girls picking up an 80-50 victory.
Between Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam. First for the visiting Eagles coming to the stage, coached by Marco Baker, 25, the senior, number 1, Kristen Hyde. A junior, number 13, Leo a junior, number 20,
Welcome back here to Robbinsville. Kevin Hensley with you for the remainder of the telecast. As we said earlier, we're going to excuse Miss Buchanan. She's got some family issues to deal with, and that's all we're going to say about that. We ask you once again, just please keep her in your prayers, her and her family. Love them dearly. And we'll miss Miss Montana. Hopefully we'll have her here tomorrow night. About 8 minutes on the clock, and we are set to go here on the Grabstar Sports Network. And the opening tip goes to Robbinsville. Tip comes at 7:41 p.m. here on this beautiful Monday evening from Graham County, North Carolina. We've crunched our top 3 stat leaders for Robbinsville in the 80-50 victory we just saw from the Lady Knights. Pass inside goes to Bryce Adams for 2, and that's how things begin tonight. Hot feed down the floor. Shot will go nowhere. Bo Rattler will clean up with a rebound. Pass inside. Bryce Adams. 2 assists for Don Carpenter. 4 points for Bryce Adams here in the early going. 4-0. Robbinsville here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We appreciate all of you tuning in with us, wherever you may be here tonight. I'll be with you here for the main event, as we mentioned. Dumps it inside. Basket will go to nowhere. Tate Raper gets the rebound, and Clay Davis tries for one. Can't get it. Putback attempt by Tate Raper finally drops in. And it is 4-2 here on GramstarSports.com. Real quick, your top 3 stat leaders. I stand corrected. How about Don Carpenter with a tray? Give the assist to Bo Rattler. And that'll make it 7-2. Rebound for Bryce Adams. Let's just stay with this for a moment. A lot to keep up with. A lot of moving parts, as we like to say. Bo Rattler's going to try for 3, and it's getting infectious on the floor early. Assist goes to Xander Wachacha. 10-2. Basket in reply by Tate Raper. And it is 10-4 here on GramstarSports.com. Feed inside, back out from Adams to Carpenter. Another tray. My word. Robbinsville is lighting it up here in the early going. That is 3 from outside the arc. 13-4 is the end result. And the pass to Jonah Hamby will go awry. It'll be tossed in by, I believe, Bo Rattler to senior point guard Bryce Adams. Let's read all this off to you, folks. Robbinsville improved to 15-7 in our varsity girls game. They knocked off Hiwassee Dam 80-50. Your final score. Desta Trammell with 35 points here tonight. That gives her 17-38 for her career. She also had 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Meanwhile, Kinsley Phillips, nothing doing there. Rebound attempt, put back up, nothing doing. Bryce Adams gets it and gets it back to Robbinsville. Kinsley Phillips, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Meanwhile, Aubrey Wachacha with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Ball goes out. Inbounded to Don Carpenter. Can't get it up there. Bo Rattler fights for it. Brock Adams fights for it. Bryce Adams fought for it and is coughed up. Rattler initially is going to get charged with the rebound there. As we mentioned, fans, join us around 6 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll have got a basket there for number 12. That is Tanner Taylor for HD. 13-6. Still Robbinsville's advantage. 3 for Wachacha will fix that pretty quick, and it's 16-6. Assist goes to Brock Adams. Foul called. Just the second one of the game with 4:10 to go. And at the foul line is Preston Hyde. 16-6 with 4:10 left, making it 16-7. And 2 for 2 at the line makes it 16-8, cuts it in half. Here comes Robbinsville. Brock Adams can't get it. Put back for Bryce Adams, his younger brother. That'll drop. 6 points here in the first quarter. 3 rebounds for the sophomore. And it's already 18-8. Robbinsville has scored 18 points in 4 minutes. They've scored 19 points in 4 minutes. 3-point play. Eagles basketball. Tanner Taylor gets it over to number 22. That's Dawson Headley with the ball. He'll give it to Leo Hickson. Hickson trying his darndest to keep it alive and does a fine job of it. And a foul called on the transfer to Jonah Hamby. See if they call it on here. It was on Bryce Adams. That's his first of the night. Clay Davis thought about it, changed his mind. Tanner Taylor for 2. 19-10 as the hectic pace continues here tonight. Xander Wachacha offering it up for anybody to take. He'll just decide to pull up and take a 3. He'll miss it. Bryce Adams got the rebound, and he got a foul because of it as well. Sadly, Aston Phillips, the yearbook photographer you see on the baseline, about took the brunt of that. No harm, no foul, pardon the pun. Leo Hickson charged with his first. And the shot is missed by Mr. Adams. One of 2, 20-10. Hickson up the floor. Ball stolen away by Wachacha, but they're still going to charge you with a foul. So if you're an HD player, you like that. 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Since we're down to 1 camera, we may just stay stationary here up top. We've got Montana's camera kind of hanging out with us right now, and of course our overhead cam that we've implemented up above us, but that thing has had some connection issues tonight. Unfortunately, we have no control over that. Inbound for HD. Jonah Hamby into the corner. Can't get it. Bryce Adams will gladly pick up the pieces. Here comes Robbinsville. Quinn jumper. Can't get it in. Don Carpenter more than willing to finish the effort, though. Quick flurry up the floor. Preston Hyde. And quick passes as the pace quickens here tonight. Tanner Taylor now to Hickson. 2 teams, no stranger to one another. 2 for Clay Davis. It's 22-12. Brock Adams weaves inside. Hickson pulls down the board. 2 programs just played last Monday at the Nest. Don Carpenter rebound. And in midcourt, we almost lost it. Brock Adams will pull away and drop it 24-12. Boy, I couldn't keep up with these kids if we tried. That'd be calling stretcher out for me pretty fast. Can't understand this pace, man. This is insane to watch. It's not on a video game. Bryce Adams gets another rebound. We're trying our darndest to keep up with it. Drive in, no foul call. Brock Adams barking at the ref, and he got teed up because of it. That's one thing you can't do. Adams frustrated. 1:43 left here in the first quarter. And Brock Adams trying to hang out here on the end of the floor and cool off. Matter of fact, he's going over for a sip of water, so we'll have a technical down here on the other end. Not sure who's going to shoot it for the Eagles just yet. Let things settle down. Adams cooling off, as we mentioned. Clay Davis has chosen to try to cash in on the free gift. And he goes 1 for 2. But HD will inbound it right here below us on Gramstar Sports. It's 24-13. That's not a typo. 1:43 left in the first. Davis feeds to Dawson Headley, who draws a foul. On Quinn jumper. Maybe Nathaniel Shope, but it is his first of the game. Headley makes his first, and it's a 10-point ball game here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Don Carpenter pulls down the rebound on the second shot, which goes awry. Carpenter will run point now because the point guard is Brock Adams, who, of course, not in the game at the moment after that technical. Hickson swats it loose and almost successful with it, but his right knee slipped out of bounds. And you see the end result. Here's Dalton Carpenter. Caleb Draper, a senior, drops into the game for Robbinsville. Good to see him out on the floor tonight. He had 6 points at Hiwassee Dam last Monday. Don Carpenter circles around. Basket pass to Draper. Back out to big bad Don Carpenter for 3. Give the assist to Caleb Draper. Boy, Robbinsville is just lighting it up here in the first quarter. 27 points. 3 for HD. Nothing doing. Rattler lost the rebound attempt to Tanner Taylor. Leo Hickson now with 40 seconds to play has the ball. And senior Tate Raper feeds it around to Mr. Taylor on the perimeter. He nails it. And it's a 10-point game again. 25 seconds to play. Here's Donovan Carpenter. Bo Rattler right here below us. 14 seconds. Robbinsville obviously wanting to hold possession till the end. Drives it in. Rattler travels with 0.7 to go. So it'll be a very quick inbound. I'm sure someone's going to flex their muscle here. I'm going to throw it in one-handed. Can't do it. Shope had his hands up. Clay Davis disgusted. And everybody from Cherokee County is having a fit. We'll go to the second. Don't you go away on GramstarSports.com. It's 27-17 in favor of the White Knights. Back with you from Robbinsville, 27-17 at the outset of the second here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Heavy pressure to Preston Hyde, who's got some family in attendance tonight. Rebound for Nathaniel Shope. And here comes Robbinsville. Bo Rattler running point now. Shot up, nothing doing. Rebounded by HD. The other end of the floor, they fly. And the basket counts, I believe. Maybe he didn't make the basket. It didn't look like he did, but he'll get a chance to get 2 points here. Foul is on Quinn Jumper. That is his first. And the 6th for Robbinsville in the half. Preston Hyde will connect for his first foul shot. And he goes 2 for 2. So in spite of a 27-point Robbinsville first quarter, it's an 8-point ball game. The Eagles have done a fine job of just honestly staying in the thick of things, not even threatening for the lead, but just staying alive. Shope tried to go in, and nothing doing. It'll be an inbound for the Black Knights. And 2 for Nathaniel Shope off the inbound. Well, our scoreboard's lagging too. Well, how about that? We'll get that resolved as quick as we can. Only takes a moment to catch up. 2 more for Hiwassee Dam here in the second quarter. Three for Donovan Carpenter off the backboard. Clay Davis cleans it up. Oh, the scoreboard's caught up with us now. That's good. 29-21, 6:26 to play in the first half. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage of varsity basketball for Robbinsville High School here in North Carolina. Preston Hyde's three-pointer from the corner, no good. Nathaniel Shope, the big 6'6" center, gets the rebound. Leonard Wachacha now running point. Shope spins, drives, draws the foul. We'll see who they call that one on with 6:08 to play in the second. Carpenter's first is going to be in and out the back end. It is on Jonah Hamby. The foul was his first of the night. And welcome back, fans, here to Robbinsville. Of course, 1 and 2 for Carpenter. And we'll go back to the floor. Thought we were going to have a pause there. I saw somebody's check-in table, but they didn't call him in, so my apologies. No one has to see my face no more than they need to anyway. Sorry about that. 5:54 to play. Bryce Adams and Brock Adams back in the game. Shope, after a fine effort, will jog off. Foul on the other end. 1 and 1. Caleb Draper charged with his first foul. Leo Hickson will make his first. About it all, folks. Hiwassee Dam's only down by 7 at the moment. Hickson 2 for 2. Hey, foul shots count, folks. It's a crucial part of this game. Caleb Draper to Brock Adams, who's back in. Drew a technical in the first. Hits a 3 here. I was trying to make up for lost ground. Draper, 2 assists in the ball game. Dish inside to Clay Davis. And 2 for the junior from the Ranger community. Bryce Adams thought about a 3. Thought it differently. Good movement in the lane. Inside drop. Bryce Adams can't finish it though. Rebounded by, I believe that's Tanner Taylor. It is. Taylor basket. Thought about it. Didn't do it. But he drew the foul. Substitution's coming. I stand corrected. That foul was actually on Hiwassee Dam's Preston Hyde. I thought they were calling on Draper again. Okay, sorry. They've added number 31, Jonah Hamby, to second. Brock Adams to Xander Wachacha. I guess they're calling that 2 for Brock Adams a moment ago. I stand corrected. Bryce Adams Can't do anything with that either. Folks, HD is pounding away. They're down by 4. Timeout called by Jake Beasley. He wants to find out why. Don't go away here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Two more for Hiwassee Dam. Once again, cuts to 5. 3 to play before we go into the locker room. Bo Rattler, quick last second pass to Bryce Adams. Good look. And Rattler's second assist. They can't stop the big sophomore forward. Ball stolen away by point guard Brock Adams. Here comes the senior. And he'll draw the foul. 2:40 to play. Don't forget, folks, at halftime, we'll try it one more time. We had it for you during the varsity girls half as well. Robbinsville's Black Knight cheerleading competition team will be performing for us. All of you great fans here on Gramstar Sports can enjoy that once more. I've got some competitions coming up here in the next month or two, and they're here tonight to perform and try to raise a little bit of money for the effort. Brock Adams, 2 for 2 at the line. (41-32) is your score at the moment. Brock Adams, I beg your pardon. That was Bo Rattler was still there. We got it right. There's Mr. Rattler on the perimeter. He'll drive in, feeds it across. Quinn Jumper tries for 3, can't get it. Hiwassee Dam gets the rebound. Stolen away by Mr. Jumper. Adams pulls up. Almost drained it just off. And it's rebounded by the Eagles. Leo Hickson can't get the job done. Quinn Jumper has a steal and a rebound here in the second quarter. Ball stolen away by Hickson for 2. And he finds the net. 7-point ball game. And Brock Adams will methodically come across half court. Well, this is another shootout here in the varsity boys matchup. The girls game was the same way for the first 3 quarters. Robbinsville saw enough of that, went 29-9 in the fourth. Hickson with a act of thievery takes it up to the net. 5-point ball game. Here's Wachacha. Ball's loose, stolen by Hiwassee Dam. Preston Hyde gets bumped by Quinn Jumper. One and one does nothing except give the ball back to Donovan Carpenter. And the Black Knights, that's his first rebound here in the second quarter, as a matter of fact. Pass inside to Don Carpenter. He pulls up, almost gets it. Hiwassee Dam is battling, folks. Here's Dawson Headley. He's not going to try for anything fancy, but he coughs the ball up on a coast-to-coast attempt. Brock Adams drives the length of the floor and gets the transition basket. 3 steals for the senior, and they've all came in this quarter. Foul called. 24 seconds to play. And that's the third foul of the game on Jonah Hamby for Hiwassee Dam. And one is also successful. So 3-point play takes Robbinsville back out to an 8-point lead here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Eagles are battling. Robbinsville showing, though, why they are the top dog in the Smoky Mountain Conference. I think criminally underranked at the state level as well. Here's Don Carpenter pulling down the board, driving in, coughs it up, cleans it up. No Robitussin needed there. Buzzer shot no good. Draper tried it. Draper, well, thought he was fouled, but I guess not. And both teams will walk off the floor shaking their head. 44-36 at the break. As the whitest white boy that's ever graced the good Lord's earth, I can tell you for sure that we are playing that funky music. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School, where the Black Knights have a 44-36 advantage over the Hiwassee Dam Eagles. Good to have you with us as always here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Our Black Knights have just emerged from the locker room. We're about a minute 15 away from beginning the second half of play. And once again, fans, thank you for being with us. Kevin Hensley with you on the call tonight from Robbinsville. Back tomorrow for senior night. It'll be the Knights and Swain County duking it out. Robbinsville boys in a quest for their first conference championship since 2014. Here at the pause, Bryce Adams with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. Donovan Carpenter, 11 points, I beg your pardon, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Meanwhile, the point guard, Brock Adams, has 9 points, 3 steals, and 2 assists. We'll go back down to the floor. Enough of that. 34 seconds left before we resume the second half of play here tonight. Of course, if you're just now joining us, 2-part question. Number 1, why? And number 2, you missed Robbinsville putting up 80 points on the Hiwassee Dam Lady Eagles. 80-50 was your final score. Third quarter begins. Xander Wachacha dumps it off to Adams, and away we go. I'll say this, Robbinsville come out hot with a 27-point first quarter, and the Eagles, to their credit, have kept pace. It's because the players like Leo Hickson that they have, be honest with you. Transition basket almost good, but Bryce Adams ruins the fun. Other end of the floor, basket pass to Wachacha. Gets the job done. Give the assist to Don Carpenter. That's his third here tonight. Bryce Adams now with 8 rebounds. Here's Preston Hyde inside. Foul called. And being inbound. And there's Hyde trying to get it to Tate Raper for an inside layup, but it's going to go awry. And the ball is turned over to Robbinsville. Brock Adams creeps up the court. Xander Wachacha. They still have not crossed half court, by the way. There we go. Whew. Thank you, Lord. Shout out to Kinsley Odom for winning the 50-50 raffle. I believe it was roughly $70 she came away with. Leo Hickson back in after the rebound. Pulls back out. Meanwhile, Clay Davis pulls up, tries for three, can't get it. Rebound goes to Donovan Carpenter. We'll give a special shout out to that cheer team. They've done a fine job keeping the crowd engaged during halftime. How about two for Bo Rattler, the assist from the point guard, Brock Adams. 48-36 here in the third. Three for Preston Hyde will drain through the net. And it's back to a single-digit deficit. Wachacha low pass to Brock Adams. Back inside. Ball swatted down by Clay Davis. Bo Rattler applying some heavy pressure. Rebound for Bryce Adams. Rebound for Hickson. A lot of shots going awry here. That'll finally break the monotony a little bit. Two more for Preston Hyde. 7-point ball game once again. Bryce Adams carefully watching the baseline. Sideline, I should say. Make sure he doesn't jump out. He'll drive in. And eventually, after everyone held their collective breath for a moment, he'll get the basket assist. Number 3 for senior Bo Rattler. An inbound for Donovan Carpenter right in front of the Hiwassee Dam Eagles. To Brock Adams. Donovan Carpenter to Brock Adams. Drives in. Foul called. That's good for 2. 4:43 left here in the third quarter. The foul, by the way, was on Jonah Hamby, who has actually collected his 4th now, so he'll need to check out of the game. Dawson Headley will relieve him here in just a moment. Already squatted down at the scorer's table. And there's Mr. Adams first. Brock Adams now with 10 points in the ball game. Another substitution. How about the debut of Kyle Taylor in the game as Tate Raper will jog off for a breather. And Mr. Adams goes 2 for 2. Three-pointer, no good. Hard-fought effort for Headley, but can't get it in. 52-41. The score will stand. Here's Brock Adams. Drives in. Heavy traffic. No big deal for Brock Adams. He'll jog up the floor. Ball turned over. Wow, what passes from the Eagles. Boy, that was beautiful. And they cap it off with a 3 for Preston Hyde. 4:05 to play here in the ball game, or the third quarter, I should say. 8-point lead for Robbinsville at the 4-point mark, or 4-minute mark. Been a long day, folks. Inbound high to Donovan Carpenter. He takes a tumble, but he draws a foul. Carpenter's first will trickle through the net, 53-44. Foul was on Dawson Headley. That is his second. And Mark Raper is giving him what for over here on the bench. Raper has been the Hiwassee Eagles basketball coach for many, many years. They actually honored him earlier this year during a halftime ceremony. Well deserved. Good pass outside. Preston Hyde is hotter than a firecracker on the perimeter, and we have a 7-point ball game because of his 3-pointers. Brock Adams for 2. Timeout called by Mark Raper. 60-second pause. We'll take it with him. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. And our season-long sponsor is Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance, located at 480 Rodney Orr Bypass, just a stone's throw away from Robbinsville High School. Give them a call for all of your electrical and insurance needs. I also want to thank our other sponsors that have helped make GramstarSports.com what it has become, including our friends at Computer Resolution, Love and Equipment and Sales, and Coy Adams Timber Company. Foul called on the floor. And that'll be a 2-shot attempt for Preston Hyde, who Robbinsville, frankly, cannot cool off here in the third quarter, or really the ball game for that matter. Bryce Adams, in his attempt to do so, draws his third foul on his docket tonight. Hyde will make his first. It's an 8-point Robbinsville advantage. Black Knights win tomorrow night will secure the program's first championship in the division since 2013 and 14. Knights are 17-5 at the moment. We'll see how the rest of this game plays out. They are 7-2 in the conference. Losses have came to Swain County and Cherokee. Quinn Jumper draws the foul on the putback attempt. .241 to play in the third. Foul is on Mr. Hickson. That's his third of the night. Jumper will miss his first. And he goes 1 for 2. Dixon, low pass to Clay Davis. Back across to Tanner Taylor, who's going to pull up for 3. Can't get the job done. Bryce Adams, quick pass down the floor to Donovan Carpenter for 2. Pace quickens. Here's Hickson. Tries to generate a response. Can't do it. Adams again on the rebound. Brock Adams flies up the floor to Bryce for 2 more. Timeout called by Mark Raper. 2 minutes to play in the third. 61-49 Robbinsville. 1:44 to play, and that one will trickle out of bounds. Last touched by Hiwassee Dam. So up the floor here in just a moment, you will see Brock Adams and Xander Wachacha, who handled the inbound. I caught back up with the proceedings. There's Adams back across to Wachacha. Don Carpenter thought about it. Coughed it up. Preston Hyde, who has been the Energizer Bunny on the floor tonight for Hiwassee Dam, just got two more for the Eagles. 51-61. Donovan Carpenter kicks it across, but it's coughed up. Often more than me with this sinus infection for the last month. Ten-point ball game. Robbinsville in control. 1:05 to play in the third quarter. Quinn Jumper into the paint. No fear shown. Tanner Taylor picks up the remnants. Kicks across for a corner three for Hyde. It's not there. Quinn Jumper instead will pull down the board. Dish inside. Don Carpenter for two, assisted by Brock Adams. 63-51, 30 seconds to play in the third. Push called on sticks for Hiwassee Dam. That is Kyle Taylor, his first of the night. Pretty clean half here in the second part of the game. 3-3 is your foul split. Carpenter is all up in Clay Davis's world. Foul called inside. I'm not sure who it was on yet. It was on Quinn Jumper. That is his first, apparently. I thought he had two or three. Davis goes 1 for 2. Still an 11-point Robbinsville lead. Brock Adams inside. Boy, when he drives in, he's hard to slow down. 65-52. Jumper at the buzzer for Tanner Taylor. Basket counts, and we'll go to the fourth quarter. 65-54. The shootout continues here at Robbinsville High School. Back in just a moment. All right, fans, we are back for the final 8 minutes of action here tonight. It's an 11-point lead for the Robbinsville Black Knights here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for the telecast. We'll be back tomorrow night against Swain County. Varsity action begins roughly around 6 p.m. We have 2 JV games tomorrow, so that could slow the start time back. And, of course, senior night will, of course, recognize Destin Tremmel, Kinsley Phillips, Fayla Welch before the varsity girls game. Then we'll recognize our Black Knight seniors, Brock Adams, Austin Crisp, Bo Rattler, and Caleb Draper. Dixon rolls it in right off his fingertips. We're at a 9-point Robbinsville lead, 65-56. Last time these two teams met, Robbinsville put up 76. The Eagles put up 39. Game got away quick out of the nest last Monday. Dixon trying to get him back in it. Another transition bucket. Dixon's been big tonight on the floor for the Eagles. Timeout call. Jake Beasley is going to talk things over with his Black Knights with 6:42 to play in the ball game. 6:42 to play, 65-58. Hiwassee Dam is trying to threaten one more time here in the latter part of the ball game. They have not cut it beyond 5 points in this ball game. And try it again of Robbinsville inbound right here below us. Things were a little jumbled there. I'm not quite sure what was going on. Brock Adams and Xander Wachacha were having an on-floor discussion about the setup of the offense. And Jake Beasley calmly called a timeout and hopefully worked out the kinks. Bryce Adams will help that out with 2 more. He's having a good game. Assist again to Bo Rattler, 67-58. Play Davis for 2 to keep it a 7-point ball game. Dish across to Mr. Rattler. He'll dump it into Don Carpenter. Can't get it. Play Davis rebound. Action moving quickly again here on the Gramstar Sports Network. So the Eagles are in scramble mode. The Knights are just trying to hold on to the victory. Hickson in for 2. Careful, careful. It's another 5-point lead for the Robbinsville Black Knights. There's Brock Adams driving in and drawing the foul. 4:57 to play. Knights up by 5 here on GramstarSports.com. Foul is on Jonah Hamby, and he's been in foul trouble all night. Unfortunately, that ends his night. That's number 5 for the junior. And Brock Adams will connect for his first at the charity stripe. Makes it a 6-point lead. And a 7-point lead. 2 for 2 effort at the line for Brock Adams. Tate Raper is checked out of the game. Here comes Leo Hickson. We'll recap it as we always do, folks, in the Gramstar, your hometown newspaper since 1955. How about a 3 for Clay Davis? It's a 4-point lead. Timeout called with 4:38 to play. Back in just a moment. Dave Beasley is wanting to offer some quick words of encouragement. We did not have the camera on for that. But we can assure you, message received. 4:38 to play. Robbinsville 69, Hiwassee Dam 65. Brock Adams across to Wachacha for 3. And a no-doubter. Wachacha's first points in the quarter. Limited tonight. 9 points. Foul on the drive. Preston Hyde is charged with going to the foul line. The foul Xander Wachacha, that's his third. 5 on the board, 5 fouls for him, and I thought, that's not right. No way, no how. First one misses. Eagles had it down to a 4-point lead a moment ago for Robbinsville, and Xander Wachacha hit a 3 to extend it. Hyde goes 1 for 2, 6-point ball game. Brock Adams comes up the floor. Knights have been a wonderful surprise this year. We knew they had all the talent. They've had it for years. Brock Adams drives in and tacks on 2 more. Knights lead back up to 8. But to see it all come together this year, they are dangerous. They are athletic. They are defensive. They are quick. They can shoot. They can get 2-pointers, 3-pointers. And pretty much everybody on the floor is a threat to score. Tanner Taylor got 2 more there for a Hiwassee Dam. 6-point Robbinsville lead. 3:31 to play. Crowd's barely thinned out. It's getting 8:47, so it's getting close to the 9 o'clock hour. Monday night action here in Graham County. One thing's for sure, this town loves its Black Knights. Probably one of the most giving communities I have ever personally lived in or covered or seen, for that matter. Bryce Adams thankfully plucks that away. That's his first steal of the night, as a matter of fact. And now with a 6-point lead, Robbinsville doesn't need to do much here. Bryce Adams, floater, in and out. Holy cow, that is trouble. Here's Preston Hyde. He has been on fire tonight. Drives in, gets the layup, improbably. And the Hiwassee Dam faithful can smell blood. It's 74-70. Perhaps the and 1 here. Once you cut to 3, that'll be the closest this game has been. In and out, can't get it. Donovan Carpenter gladly pulls it down. Both fan bases doing their very best to call the game for the referees. Let the referees call it, folks. Carpenter for 2. He can't get it. Rebound for Bryce Adams. 76-70. Here comes Hickson and the Eagles. Mark Raper trying to direct his traffic tape. Raper will work up to the block. Transition. Here comes Hyde to try and save trouble. Push called. I think that's on Bo Rattler with 2:02 to play. It is 1-1. Bonus time for the Eagles. Robbinsville has matched its point total from the first outing against Hiwassee Dam. The Eagles have almost doubled it. Got that one from Preston Hyde. Limitless energy for that young man. How about one more? Back to a 4-point deficit. 2 minutes to go. Brock Adams to Wachacha. He escapes trouble, drives it in. No one can manhandle Bryce Adams tonight. He is rocketing and telling the scoreboard quicker than his mother, Andrea Adams, can keep up with it. Timeout call with 1:45 to play. Well, we were trying to avoid paying Randy Owen licensing and loyalty fees, but you know what? Song of the South's a pretty stinking awesome song, I can't lie. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. 78-72 as the 15th round commences, if you'll have it. The Eagles have cut it to 4, not once but twice here in the 4th. Can't seem to edge any closer. Even when Clay Davis makes a basket, it's still a 4-point deficit. 2-possession game. Robbinsville getting everything it's worth, and don't forget, tomorrow night they got to have all the energy in their bodies, because it'll be time to play Swain County and avenge that loss to the Devils on the 19th of January. Their first conference loss of the season. A week later, they lost to Murphy. That's all the damage that's been done in the division this year. Foul called with 1:06 to play. The foul was on number 22 for the Eagles. That is Dawson Headley. It is a bonus time. Wachacha's first. Nothing but net. And he goes 2 for 2 as the Black Knights also eclipsed the 80-point mark here tonight. The Varsity girls did it. And I guess the Black Knights wanted to join in on the fun, if you'll have it. Ball's loose. Bryce Adams. Second pick of the quarter. Bo Rattler baskets over to Brock Adams. And fouls. About all you can do at this point. 48 seconds played. Tanner Taylor on the infraction. It is 1-1 for senior Brock Adams. Second foul of the game on Tanner Taylor. 48 seconds to play. Donovan Carpenter pulls down the 1-1. Doesn't get it. Rebounded by Bryce Adams. How about that? Tate Raper all up in his grill, but nothing doing. Xander Wachacha will get it. Oh, Rattler's trying to call for the ball back here at the back end of the court. Nearly at the half-court line, as a matter of fact. 32 seconds to play. Another foul is called. This time it's on Preston Hyde. That is number 2 for the lights-out Eagle here tonight. Wachacha makes his first. But shooting here in the late going as the Eagles down by 4. Being forced to foul, and Wachacha's trying to make them pay. 82-74, 27 seconds to play. Hickson loses it. Brock Adams cleans it up. Here's Bryce Adams with a layup. It's a 10-point game in a blink of an eye. Hyde for 3. It's off. Bryce Adams will rebound it. And that's going to be the end of the ball game, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. Robbinsville survived a scare here tonight. The Eagles came to play, but in the end could not hang as the Black Knights improved to 18-5. The Eagles dropped to 10-12. Your final score in a duke out from the get-go, 84-74 Robbinsville. Back in just a moment as we crunch the final stats on the Graham Star Sports Network. Hey folks, welcome back here on GrahamStarSports.com. Kevin Hensley wanted to wrap things up with you tonight from Graham County. We've seen a couple of high-scoring affairs here tonight. And the Varsity boys game, of course, ends 84-74 in favor of Robbinsville. Bryce Adams with a monster ball game, to say the very least. 26 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Brock Adams with 19 points, 5 assists, 4 steals, and a rebound, while Donovan Carpenter had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Of course, this completes a 3-game sweep here tonight. Robbinsville's Varsity girls picked up an 80-50 victory, and the JV Black Knights finished off the JV Eagles 58-39. Join us tomorrow night, folks, at 6 p.m. It's senior night as Robbinsville hosts Swain County in a big Smoky Mountain Conference showdown to end the regular season. We'll be right here with you on GrahamStarSports.com. Until then, this is Kevin Hensley. Have a great rest of your Monday evening.